Assalamu alaikum. Hello everyone. I hope you all are doing well and will be great in your lives. Welcome to my YouTube channel English with AR Comrade. In this video, I'm going to talk a bit on memory and its types. What is memory in psychology and what are its types? Short-term memory and its subtypes, long-term memory and its subtypes. But before moving on to the topic, if you are new in this channel, do subscribe channel and press the bell icon for the latest videos about English grammar, literature, linguistics, psychology and other interesting subjects. What is memory? The definition of memory is the process that are used to acquire, store, retain and later retrieve information is called memory. Well, according to psychology, memory has three stages. The first one, encoding, second one, storage, and the third one, retrieval. Ability to store information is also called memory. And if we talk about its types, the first type comes that is long-term memory. Long-term memory has its subtypes. And the second one is short-term memory. Short-term memory has also its subtypes. We will discuss it one by one with examples. The first one comes long-term memory. It refers to the storage of information over an extended period. It includes recollections of an important day. For example, long-term memory can store much larger quantities of information, potentially unlimited duration, sometimes a whole lifespan. Information can be stored for a month, for a years, and for a centuries. Even in long-term memory, elaborative rehearsal is involved. Its best examples are like our university. Your graduation is remembered by you forever. It's the best example of long-term memory. The second, like your university friends are remembered by you, and driving a car is the best example of long-term memory. And if we talk about its subtypes, so the first one comes that is explicit, which is also called declarative memory. The second one implicit, which is also called non-declarative memory. Explicit is further divided into episodic and semantic memory, and implicit is further divided into procedural and emotional conditional memory. So let's see. It's a chart of long-term memory. And the types of long-term memory, the first one comes explicit memory. This type of memory is acquisition of information about objects and stimuli and information that is consciously noted and recallable. It includes information about factual knowledge and personal events. For example, remembering your trip to a hilly area that you took a couple of years ago. It is the best example of explicit memory, recalling the lunch that you had at your favorite restaurant. Explicit is further divided into two subtypes. The first one comes that is episodic memory, and this type of memory involves recollections of specific events, situations, and experiences. It includes the past personal experiences that happened at specific time and specific place. For example, your first day at university, how you spent, whom you met. So these all are the example of your episodic memory. And your last day at school and your last day of graduation and memories of your first day at college, your graduation ceremony, this all comes in episodic memory. And the second type is semantic memory. Semantic memory refers to general knowledge that we have gathered throughout our lives. This knowledge includes facts, ideas, meanings, and concepts. For example, knowing that sky is blue. The same like you remember colors name, sounds of letter you remember, month's name you remember, and in 1 week how many days are there, these all you know. So this all comes in the category of semantic memory. And the second type of long-term memory is implicit memory. Its definition is it is a type of long-term memory that don't require detailed recall. For example, these memories are unconscious that don't require to be recalled but just to do them. This type of memory includes our routine tasks. Like some songs are involved in unconscious and you always sing. Like riding a bike, when to use brake and when to use gear. In mobile phone like keyboard, you know where to use uh, and where that alphabets are written. So these all are the example of implicit memory. And at the last I have given two examples more, that combing your hairs and riding a bicycle. So these all are the examples of implicit memory. And if we talk about its subtypes of implicit memory, there are two subtypes of implicit memory. The first one, procedural memory, its definition is this is a type of memory that is responsible for knowing how to do things. As it is also mentioned by its name, procedural means there is a requirement of procedure, that how to handle any situation by our memory. Essentially, it is the memory of how to do certain things. So there are many steps involved in it, that like cooking an omelette is the best example of it. Tying your shoes, and the same. These all are the example, like riding a bike, tighten your shoes. These all are the examples of this procedural memory, which is also the subtype of implicit memory. And the second type is emotional conditioning. This type of memory system links perceptual information to an emotional response. For example, hearing the news of your first position in the class makes you happy. So it's one kind of emotional conditioning. It's all due to emotional memory. And seeing your best friend on an occasion makes you feeling joy. And second type of memory is that is short-term memory. Short-term memory refers to system which provides keeping of limited and limited amount of material for limited period of time. It lasts for seconds or minutes. For example, when you taken in breakfast, what did you taken in breakfast today? Where did you park your car at morning? So these all comes in the short-term memory. Short-term memory allows one to recall something from several seconds to as long as minutes without rehearsal. Its capacity is limited. 7 items can be stored at a time. Its duration is limited. Information can be lost with distraction or passage of time. And short-term memory has also its two types, means subtypes, that is auditory and verbal memory, and visual or spatial memory. So let's know its types, its subtypes. The first one comes auditory, which is also called verbal memory, a type of memory that is presented orally, processed, retained in the brain, and then recalled. For example, remembering people's name, recalling stories. These all are the example of auditory or verbal memory. And the second type, visual and spatial memory. Its definition is this type of memory allow a person to visualize something and keep in their mind's eyes. For example, like students attempting mathematics questions and remembering pattern and image. So this is the best example of visual spatial memory. I hope you have enjoyed today's lesson, and it's all about psychology, it's all about memory. So if still you people have any query regarding this memory topic, you can freely ask in comment section. Share with your friends, like the video, and do subscribe channel for more videos. See you in the next video. Bye bye, take care of yourself. Allah Hafiz.